Oh, it's another sad Monday, unfortunately. Yesterday, Annie Wersching, who portrayed the Borg Queen in Series 2 of Picard, passed away at the age of 45. Um, Here I am going on 52, wondering what I'm still doing here on this planet. But it's just sad to hear. Plus, we also lost Lisa Loring, who portrayed the original Wednesday Addams all the way back on the original Addams Family TV series back in the day. And she was, yes, 64. So, plus Julian Sands, as far as I know, still missing. He's been missing over 2 weeks. He was last seen hiking in the Mount Baldy area of California, I believe it was. And, oh, 2023. And we're off to a sad start again. But you got to roll with the punches. You got to take whatever life throws at you and try to keep going. Yeah, I just saw someone going on about Phasmid again this morning, and I'm like, they didn't actually get together as a couple. It's what I can't figure out what the obsession with that is. Now, I know some people wanted that to happen, but, where was all the big, problem and all that when you had, 900-year-olds, Time Lord, kissing a 19-year-old Earth girl. I remember when they threw a fit back in the day when Paul McGann, and his doctor snogged, Daphne Ashbrook's Grace Holloway. Just crazy stuff they go on about. It's just, and it's not like Yaz was the first companion to learn how to fly the TARDIS. That's been done before back in the classic series as well. So, well, I kind of agree with you on that. In a way, I wish they had, to break yet another barrier for Doctor Who, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad they didn't go that far. Leave it to the fans' imagination as far as the Phasmid thing goes. But trust me, there's more than enough fan fiction out there to keep you going for a billion years. Oh, and sad news, Gallifrey base is still down. How could this have happened? It's a tragedy. The thing is, like I said, I know quite a few people hang out on there, but I like I said, I have an account there, but I can count on one hand, probably with fingers left to spare, how many times I've asked it and used it actually and accessed it in the decade or more I had it. Like I said, after some folks left and all that back in the day, it was just, most of the time it's just, useless information. Well, yeah, well, you got to remember, back in the day on the, someone just mentioned, well, Doctors 1 through 7 didn't, and I'm like, back in the day, you got to remember, they had some really, especially under Turner, they had some really, standards on that. That's why when it came to the American movie, which was outside of their standards, that could happen. And in the new series, that was pretty much ran by RTD and Julie Gardner. So they didn't really put any limits on them as far as that goes. Yeah, you got to remember, First Doctor got married to an Aztec, if I remember right. Yeah, and various things going on from there. We've seen companions fall in love with other characters, but Some under some really weird circumstances, but yeah, they kind of kept the Doctor more as a mentor back during the classic series. And well, we can only hope. They've been showing it on the lives. They have it has its own live streaming channel. And but the thing is, they tended to repeat a lot of the episodes on there. So here we go. Like I said, we're off to a sad start this week. But yep, someone got me before I could say that. Yeah, that's what Thasmin stands for. It's the Doctor and Yasmin's name combined. Kind of like back in the day when you had, Decker Star, which was the whole Lucifer and Decker thing. That became a new thing. I don't know why. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been asking where can they watch the classic series now. So I'm kind of glad they're doing that in a way. Because I think, can't remember if it was Pluto or Tubi had their own Doctor Who channel, but it tended to go through the third, fourth Doctor a lot more than anything when I had it on. Now, yeah, people are complaining about Willow being too woke, and I'm like, in a way, I can understand where they were going, because I knew from like episode 1 what some of the relationships were going to turn out to be. It was kind of predictable in that regard, and so I could see where that was going. At least it wasn't a train wreck like, oh gosh, I keep hearing more and more about the Velma series, and like I said, the second they showed the trailer, the second I saw some of the clips, I'm like, I'm not going to watch this. It's just that simple. Why waste my time so I can complain about it later? It's... same thing with Starship Dysentery and, all these other, things they're throwing up on the Star Trek channel. Now they're bringing back people, of course, left and right from the TV series that came before to try to get people to watch this thing. And Lower Decks to me was nothing more than them trying to make a Family Guy Star Trek universe, because Seth MacFarlane's Orville went further than they thought it was going to go. And I'm sorry, but to me, the Orville embraced more of what Star Trek was all about than anything I've even heard about on the other series so far. I saw a new Picard trailer for Series 3 last night. And it's looking pretty interesting. I had I said I've tried to watch the Batman, but like I said, if I try to watch something like that long after work, I'm going to be out cold within the first hour, no matter how good it is. It's just I'm usually worn out to death by the time I get home. Also, a lot of people knew Annie Wersching, by the way, from she played the role of Tess in The Last of Us the video game. and who was played by Anna Torv in the TV series. Yeah, someone asked me if I was going to be playing the game when it came out on PC. There's a lot of games I can barely play on PC. You got to remember, the PC I'm on has got quite a few years on it, and depending on the financial situation, it's going to be a while before I can get a new system. And sometimes I even dread getting a new system, because that means now I got to transfer everything over. Which means I'm going to have to spend like an entire weekend just getting everything, resituated on a new system and transferring files and all that. Trust me, back in the day, that was a pain in the butt. Now I do have an external drive, but it's getting on a bit. At least it lasted longer than the first external drive I bought. That's the one that had the meltdown. Yeah, it's sad that they're trying to stop. Yeah, I just read they're stopping DVDs and Blu-rays. That's because a lot of people are just streaming stuff when they want to watch it these days. I've got way too many DVDs and Blu-rays at home. I got a couple of bookcases full between various series and whatnot, and half the time I just say if I could end up looking it up somewhere and watching it rather than have to drag out a DVD and whatnot. Okay, I'm just keeping my eye on the time because it's Monday. I don't want to let myself wander off too much and then wander in late. Okay, so keep in mind today, poor Julian Sands, like I said, more than likely they're looking for a body at this point for that particular actor, because there's no way anyone survived over 2 weeks in that environment, up there. And, we lost Annie Wersching to cancer yesterday, and of course Lisa Loring passed away, I guess yesterday as well, so keep that all in mind as you go through your day. But remember, we have to keep moving on. That's how life goes. Someone just typed something there and I want to see it. Show me that. I've not watched Rick and Morty. I've seen clips of it, and like I said, it's just I don't know if I want to get invested in that series. Well, take care of yourselves out there. It's about that time for me to get moseying into the door. So everyone, be kind, be calm, be safe out there. Enjoy your Monday, enjoy your weeks, and we'll see you hopefully again tomorrow morning in the parking lot. Have a good day, everyone. Take care.